This is the HOOF GP YouTube channel, and in this video we're pulling all sorts of things out of cows' feet. And at the end, I'm going to show you the biggest stone I've ever
That is well stuck in there.
Luckily for this cow, it was only the head and the top half-inch of the screw sticking into her foot. But we still needed to make sure that she hadn't had any lasting problems because of that foreign object sticking into her foot. And as you can see, a few swipes of the grinder later, she was good to go. This cow was a seriously interesting one. As you can see, she has something that you wouldn't normally expect to find in a cow's foot. That's right, it's a nut. A huge nut sticking in the heel of this cow's foot. And unfortunately for this little Jersey, this had caused some damage to the corium. So we trimmed away the loose, detached horn, applied a block, and let her go. Now here was one that was really disappointing. This is a huge Angus bull, and we'd been treating him continuously for about 2 months, when finally we thought we'd got there, only to have him come in really lame. I wondered what I'd done wrong, until I found this. There's some kind of metal spike stuck right into the sole of his foot, and it's proving really difficult to remove. Just look at that. Almost an inch of metal stuck right into the bottom of his foot. Again, we needed to make sure that there was no lasting damage, and luckily, there wasn't. Now this one was one of the biggest surprises we've ever had on the channel. At first I thought she had some sort of ulcer with some gravel stuck in the hole. How wrong was I?
Right up in there, so the first thing we need to do is get it out. Is it a tooth? So I'm maybe not certain if it's a stone or a tooth, but one thing's for certain, it is well stuck in there.
I've never seen anything stuck in a cow's foot quite like this. The depth of it is staggering. It must have been in there for ages.
Try again. Try closing these in. And about it. Oh!
And that, my friends, is the biggest cow's tooth I've ever found in a cow's foot. and hopefully I'll never find one as big again. Unfortunately for this cow, that wasn't the end of her problems. As you can see, the problems ran deep, but she's well on the way to recovery now. This video is almost 2 years old now, and it was the biggest stone I had ever found in a cow's foot. Actually, we just trimmed this cow 3 weeks before and she'd gone much better, but the farmer noticed she was lame. It wasn't hard to figure out the cause of that lameness. This one took some shifting. We think this stone was stuck in the cow's foot for around a week because 2 weeks after we'd visited her, she went really lame all of a sudden. Can you imagine the relief removing that must have had on this little Jersey?
Well, it's safe to say that is one of the biggest stones I've ever seen in a cow's foot.
Next up, this big bull at my home farm, the one that I grew up on. He had some great feet and actually wasn't all that lame. So it came to my surprise when I found this wedged right up between his 2 feet. Can you see it?
Yeah.
That's right, much like the last little Jersey, he has a huge stone stuck up in between his feet. But luckily for him, it didn't cause too much of a problem.
What is it?
Having said that, I'm glad we removed it.
You guys can see
Onwards and inwards. I said earlier on, we never knew how far these nails or screws sometimes stick into cows' feet. And this is the most extreme thing I've ever removed from a cow's hoof. Just imagine this stuck in your foot. I have to work carefully. I don't want to cause any more damage, but I need to remove this huge screw. Look at the length of that. It must be almost 5 inches long. Just imagine if you held it up beside her hoof, how far into her foot that was actually sticking. It absolutely stank and it was covered in pus. And that brings us to our final cow, and the largest stone I've ever pulled out of any animal's foot.
this cow's in for a routine trim, and I've no doubt in my mind that she's probably picked this stone up this morning. And to be honest, it probably would have come out quite easily by itself. Look at the size of that. That's a new record on the HOOF GP. Mental. She still needs a quick trim though, so we'll do that. Look what I just found in this cow's foot. Is that the biggest one you've ever found? Or we've ever found?
I've seen bigger. Did you not get a bigger one?
In the Jersey? No, I think that's bigger. Anyway, on with the show. There we are, her foot looks all beautiful again and no damage whatsoever. Like I said, I'm almost certain that would have come out by itself. But if I'd seen another day, pretty sure she'll be thankful that it's out right now. On with the video though.
But actually, that's the end of this video. Guys, thanks for watching as always. Comment below on which you would least like to have in your foot. Catch you next time. Bye.